All right, am I live? Am I live? That is a great question. All right, so trade deadline 2021 NBA trade deadline is today. Let's go. Let's talk about the trade deadline trades so far. You've got the Bulls trading for Vucevic. Obviously, that's probably going to be the biggest trade of the trade deadline. If we're being honest, you've also got Norman Powell to the Trailblazers and a lot more trades. You've got the Orlando Magic blowing it up, which is, it's about time at this point. So, yeah, let's go ahead, start talking about the trade deadline. Obviously, the trade deadline has not finished just yet. Hopefully, I'm live because that would be pretty sad if I'm not. But yeah, let's go ahead and talk about the trade deadline. So far, if I do see any new trades, then we'll obviously talk about those first, hoping that those are big trades. I still do think that Kyle Lowry especially will get traded, especially with Norman Powell already getting traded. I'm trying to pull up the stream right now just so I can see what's going on here. Just making sure that everything's working correctly. Give me 1 second. 1 second. I know it's starting a little early than what it was usually scheduled for. That's okay. Yeah, come on. All right. We're trying to get it to work. Hopefully it's not lagging too bad. It looks like it's lagging terribly. It's looking like it's just loading. What's going on here? Oh, no. Oh, my gosh. Let me mute myself real quick. Okay. So let's go ahead and get into the trade deadline talk here. We've got some trades so far. I'm gonna also try to keep open my news tab too, so I can try to get everything. Oh, I thought that said traded Kyle Lowry, and I was like, holy crap! I started this at the right time. So early this morning, Nuggets acquiring JaVale McGee from the Cavaliers. The Nuggets will receive JaVale McGee. The Cavaliers will receive Isaiah Hartenstein, 2023 second-round pick with protections through number 46, 2027 second-round pick as well. And that's an unprotected pick here. So if you're Cleveland, I think you got pretty good value back now. Isaiah Hartenstein's not a very good player. Let's be honest here. But I think that getting JaVale McGee is very good for this Nuggets team. Let's go ahead and pull up their depth chart because, I mean, if you're looking at it, they definitely do need a backup center because Bol, we saw all that hype, and he just really is not it. If we're going to be honest, like, he's been okay, but he's not been great, what the Nuggets were expecting from Bol, which I don't think they really had high expectations, but maybe they were expecting a little bit. So they're 26-18 on the season right now, and they're currently fifth in the West with a 26-18 record, like I said. But yeah, JaVale McGee's a good pickup here. JaVale McGee is no star type player, but JaVale McGee is a solid role player on this team, and that's exactly what they need. A role player is something that they need, and I think that that's good. So yeah, Nuggets acquire JaVale McGee. If I'm giving grades here for the Cavaliers, I think it's pretty decent value back. Like, I'll give it a C for the Nuggets. I'll give it a C too. Like, I don't think it's a huge trade at all. But I was expecting him maybe to go somewhere else, but apparently not. So, yeah. But we have the big trade here. Bulls acquire Nikola Vucevic and Alfred Aminu from the Magic for Otto Porter, Wendell Carter, and a 2021 first-round pick. And a 2023 first-round pick. Both of those are top 4 protected, so if it's a really good pick, the Bulls will still be able to get their pick back. But for the Bulls here, I really like this trade. You get Vucevic. You now pair Vucevic, Levine. You start to build a really good big two there with 2 all-star caliber players there, along with some good defensive players. You've got Patrick Williams. You're starting to build a decent team here. Now, do I think this is a title contention team? Absolutely not. I don't think that this is a title contention team, but I think that this is a very solid team, and I still think that they can trade for Lonzo Ball here. We've still got nearly an hour left of the trade deadline here. So I'm really interested to see what the Bulls do end up doing They could definitely trade for Lonzo Ball, and I wouldn't be surprised. I think you do have to give up Lauri Markkanen in there, but that just gives another spot at that forward position to Patrick Williams, in my opinion. So I think that's good. So Vucevic, let's go ahead and get some grades here. I like the value that the Magic got back, and I really do think it probably was time to blow it up for the Magic here, and we obviously see by the next couple trades I'm going to talk about, they have blown it up. So Otto Porter here is an expiring $27 million contract here, and I'm not really that concerned about that. He might still get traded at the trade deadline, but I don't think that another team's going to take on that contract. Wendell Carter Jr. is your big piece here, along with these first-round picks, which I think if I was projecting the Bulls this season, I think they'll be out of the lottery. And for the 2023 season, I don't really know what you can expect. Zach LaVine could leave in free agency. I'm pretty sure he's the next season free agent. He has one more year after this year, I'm pretty sure. Then you've got Vucevic, who I think has 2 more years of control. And you've got Alfred Aminu, who I think you're paying $13 million. I wouldn't be too concerned about that for the simple reason that you get Nikola Vucevic here. And Nikola Vucevic is such an underrated, very good player, averaging 24 points per game this year. And he is really, really good. Now, the Bulls they're currently 19-24 on the season in 10th place. So if the season ended right now without having Nikola Vucevic on their team, they would still be a good team. Like, they would still be in that play-in tournament. And I think that they could possibly beat Atlanta or Boston here, which Boston we're going to get to in a minute because, yeah. But Wendell Carter, I think, is really, really a player that could really be very good for this Magic team, especially considering he's really just not got a chance in Chicago. And I think that he could be a lot better of a player there. So let's go ahead and these first-round picks, like I said, I project them. Maybe the 2023 one's in the lottery, but I don't see the 2021 one being in the lottery, if I'm being honest. So, yeah, the Bulls here, I would be super excited if I'm a Bulls fan here. Because this Bulls team is in good position here to compete for a playoff spot, if not make a playoff spot. And I think that this team is a guaranteed playoff team. I think if you're telling me that they don't make the playoffs, I would be pretty surprised here. Now, some teams that I might expect to fall out of the playoffs, you might ask. Well, let's go ahead and look here because you've got Philadelphia, Milwaukee, and Brooklyn at the top 3 here. I don't think either of those teams are going anywhere. I think that Miami's a lock. I think that Boston is a lock too. Now, those 5 teams are a lock. Now, I could see Atlanta going on a pretty big losing streak here. New rumors here. We have got Chicago is still talking to the Pelicans about Lonzo Ball, but New Orleans wants more than Lauri Markkanen in return. Okay. That's interesting here. Lonzo Ball for Lauri Markkanen. Would I do it? Yes, I would do it. Lonzo Ball is a good point guard and exactly what this team needs. Thomas Satoransky is not the point guard here. Kobe White's more of a backup, in my opinion. So, yeah. You've got Rajon Rondo maybe to the Clippers. That would be very interesting here. Rajon Rondo, I think, is exactly what this Clippers team needs. They don't really need a great point guard, but they just need a solid point guard, and especially if you can get playoff Rondo, then you're going to be in a good position. And now we've got the Warriors could be a possible destination for Sixers guard Danny Green. That would make no sense really for both sides. Maybe in return the 76ers would get Kelly Oubre Jr., but that wouldn't make a ton of sense here. So I don't know about that one. I don't know. So you've got that here. Vucevic, I really like that trade. I was shocked when that happened. I did not think that he was going to be traded. And if you saw my trade deadline predictions from yesterday, I definitely did not think that he would be traded. And I just didn't. I did not think he would be traded. So, yeah. So Orlando's currently the 14th seed, 15-29. But I would be very interested if I was an Orlando Magic fan here because you've got Wendell Carter. You're going to be getting some other young players in the Aaron Gordon trade, which I'm going to talk about, where he went to Denver. So here for the Magic, I don't hate this return. I think that for the Magic here, I think they get a B+, and for the Chicago Bulls, I think they get an A. I think this is a really good trade. Adding a superstar to an already pretty good team is really good, I think. So, yeah, let's go ahead and talk about the next trade. The Celtics trade picks for Evan Fournier. I was surprised by this one. 2 second-round picks for Evan Fournier seems a little bit like robbery if I was really thinking. Considering Evan Fournier, I'm pretty sure, is averaging near 20 points per game this year. Seems crazy that he didn't get more than 2 second-round picks. Now, I understand that the contract is up there with like $17 million. That is a contract that I would probably not want to pay, if I'm being honest, but 18.3 points per game here, along with three assists. Now, he's a player that's going to be coming off the bench, and he is a very good sixth man for this Boston Celtics team. Maybe he is kind of that replacement for Gordon Hayward that they needed. He averaged 18 points per game last year. So I think he would be really good off this Boston bench. I think that obviously you didn't get Aaron Gordon, which was one of their targets. But Evan Fournier is an option, is a good option. Evan Fournier is a player that I would be pretty excited to have on the team if I was the Celtics. Now, I think he's a bench player coming off the bench, but I still think that is good. You only have to give up 2 second-round picks here, which, like I said, I was expecting a little more that they would have to give up here. But like I said, this trade deadline so far, we haven't even seen Oladipo or Lowry traded. The Oladipo rumors have just went. They just have went down. Like, I don't know what happened, but they did. Now we've got a smaller trade between the Chicago Bulls and the Washington Wizards here. The Wizards will get Daniel Gafford and Chandler Hutchinson, and the Bulls will receive Troy Brown and Mo Wagner. This is not a big deal here. For the Bulls, you get more defense on the wing here with Troy Brown. Mo Wagner is an okay player. And then for the Wizards here, Daniel Gafford is a promising young player that could possibly be pretty decent for this team with Chandler Hutchinson. So, yeah, not much to talk about there. I'm not going to waste your time on that. Not much to say there. So, yeah, let's go ahead and get into the next trade. We have got the Magic are sending Aaron Gordon and Gary Clark to the Denver Nuggets, and the Magic will receive Gary Harris, R.J. Hampton, and a 2025 first-round pick protected. I don't exactly know the protections on that, but still. For the Magic, I think this is really good value. I think that Aaron Gordon was a bit overrated. Now, yes, he is pretty solid on defense, and he is pretty solid on offense. But overall, I don't think that Aaron Gordon is that great of a player. I think that he's a bit overrated from all these teams interested. Now, I don't think that 2 first-round picks was what it was. But here's the thing. The Magic have to take the Gary Harris contract back, which is a pretty big contract, but maybe they can offload that still at the trade deadline. R.J. Hampton's a young player that's very interesting here and maybe could change their draft decision if he does play well in these games for the rest of the season. And a 2025 first-round pick, who knows where the Nuggets will stand in 2025. So R.J. Hampton here is the main piece here, in my opinion. R.J. Hampton is a player that I'm very interested to see what he does, because R.J. Hampton, I think, put in the right position, could be very good. Now, he's more of a shooting guard, and I do project the Magic to take like a Jalen Green in the draft. I think that that's probably going to be more realistic for them. But I could be wrong here. So, yeah. So 2025 first-round pick, R.J. Hampton, Gary Harris. I think that's pretty good value if I'm the Magic. If I'm the Magic, I think I'm going to give both teams an A here. Like, I think this is pretty good for both teams here. For the Nuggets, you get another forward. Paul Millsap really just wasn't doing it at the power forward position. So I think that this is pretty good value if you're the Magic here, especially getting R.J. Hampton. Like I said, I think that he definitely could be pretty decent for this team. And I think this is a pretty good trade for both teams. Next is the Heat receive Nemanja Bjelica for Mo Harkless and Chris Silva. I think this makes absolutely no sense, in my opinion, for the Sacramento Kings. Let's go ahead and, for the Heat here. The Heat are kind of, they've been looking for some forwards. Now, Achua, you don't really know where he is. Is he a center? Is he a power forward? Which one really is he? And Kelly Olynyk's your starting power forward. Nemanja Bjelica might start there, honestly. Trevor Reeves is a good bench piece, but still. So I think that this is pretty good here for the Heat. Makes a ton of sense. But like I said, for the Kings, this just does not make a lot of sense here. Chris Silva and Mo Harkless just does not make a lot of sense. Now, I'll be interested to see what the Kings do for the rest of this trade deadline, because you've got Marvin Bagley, Rashawn Holmes, Harrison Barnes, Buddy Hield, all players that could be traded there. But the untouchables on the Kings are pretty obvious. You've got Tyrese Halliburton and De'Aaron Fox. Both are untouchables, I think. So, yeah, that's what happened for the Kings there. I don't think that that's a great trade for them. I'd give them a D in this trade, and I would give the Heat like a B. Bjelica is more of a shooter. He's not going to do a ton for you, but still. So the 76ers here received George Hill and Iggy Brzikits. I don't even know. The Thunder received Austin Rivers, Tony Bradley, and 2 seconds here, and the Knicks received Terence Ferguson. The Knicks here, they were just here to get that Austin Rivers contract gone. The 76ers, though, they get George Hill here, who is a pretty solid point guard. This is, like I said, not a very big trade here. But, I mean, George Hill, that was the top option for the Clippers here. So, yeah, that's kind of interesting here for them. But for the Thunder here, you get second-round picks, exactly what they want to stack up on. So, yeah. Let's go ahead and get into another kind of big trade here. The Portland Trailblazers get Norman Powell for Gary Trent Jr. and Rodney Hood. Now, when they said Gary Trent Jr. was in this trade, I was kind of like, huh? Because Gary Trent Jr. has been very good for this team. Now, Gary Trent Jr. is obviously at that shooting guard position where CJ McCollum is, but so is Norman Powell. He's more of a shooting guard. But the Trailblazers, I'm pretty sure they're a playoff team right now in the West. And you've got Rodney Hood, Gary Payton going to the Raptors. And I think that's pretty good value if you're the Raptors here. I actually like the package that the Raptors did end up getting back. Now, you do have Fred VanVleet at that position, but you could definitely see him moving to the point guard position, especially if Kyle Lowry gets traded. So Gary Trent could maybe get a starting position there. Rodney Hood, not much there. Maybe he gets traded still at the deadline. But, yeah. The Trailblazers, that's solid. I mean, that's a solid trade for both sides here. I think I'll give both teams a B. I don't think it's game-changing for either of these teams, but I think the most game-changing trade here by far is Nikola Vucevic. He's the only superstar that has been here, traded here. So now we've got another trade. We've got Matt Thomas to the Jazz for a second. I'm not even going to talk about that much. That is about a useless trade. You've got Vucevic here. He's the biggest name here to be traded, and I think he probably will be the biggest player that's traded at the deadline as far as. But Oladipo here, I am curious to see if Oladipo and you know what I'm saying, Oladipo and Lowry get traded here. I'd be very interested to see if those two get traded. If they don't, I would be really surprised, especially I thought Norman Powell was kind of the player that I think if Norman Powell was traded, I kind of think that Kyle Lowry is going to be traded too. So I think that it's kind of that there. So I've seen the rumors that the Heat would want, or that the Raptors would want Tyler Hero I would be willing to give up like Duncan Robinson or Kendrick Nunn, but I'm not giving up Tyler Hero. I'm not giving Tyler Hero up for Kyle Lowry, a player that's on a 1-year contract that said he wants to retire as a Raptor. I just don't think that that's really gonna. I wouldn't. No. So the Celtics, they're a big team at this trade deadline. Yes, you traded for Evan Fournier, but overall, this trade deadline so far has been quite disappointing. Now, I may say that, and they may make a big trade here, but this has been a disappointing trade deadline. Now, they're the 8th seed currently in the East, and for a team that we were expecting probably to be top 4 in the Eastern Conference, that's not very good. Not very good at all. So, yeah. So, Marcus Smart, Jaylen Brown, Jason Tatum, Kemba Walker. They have a very good team here, but they need some center, some kind of center. So I thought Eric Gordon was going to Boston, as I think most people did. I also predicted Hassan Whiteside to go to the Celtics, so maybe that does end up happening. But, yeah, we'll see here. The trade deadline, like I said, we still got about 33 minutes left here at the trade deadline. It's currently 2:27, so we've got 33 minutes left. Let's go and look at the latest rumors. I mean, I I just don't know what more we're gonna see. I think that this has been a pretty exciting trade deadline. But yeah, I'm very interested to see here what happens with Lonzo Ball, if he's traded or not. If he's traded, I would not be surprised at all. I think that he's gonna get traded. It's just a matter of where to, in my opinion. So yeah, okay. So the Clippers also are interested in Kyle Lowry, which we've kind of known about, but maybe they're down to one of those final teams here. And yeah, I'm interested to see what happens here. Maybe we can get some trades here. I'm hoping we can get some trades pretty soon because, okay, so we've got Hawks and Clippers have been discussing a trade for Rajon Rondo. Let's see what Rajon Rondo's been doing this season. I doubt it's much of anything, if we're being honest, because Rajon Rondo, he's a solid point guard in the postseason, but besides that, I don't really know what to say there. Let's go ahead and look at his stats. Like I said, trying to pull it up on Basketball Reference right now. Yeah, he's been useless this season. 3.9 points, 3.5 assists. Yeah, he's been pretty useless this season, if we're being honest. So I don't know what to say here with Rajon Rondo. I think he would be a solid point guard for the Clippers. For a Clippers team that does not need a great point guard by any means. They don't need a great point guard. They just need a solid point guard. And a solid point guard's all they need, like I said. So, yeah, let's go ahead and look at some rumors. All right. So, no real rumors here except Lonzo Ball rumors. I'm wondering where the Oladipo rumors are because, I mean, the Vucevic trade kind of came out of nowhere for me too. I was like, huh? Like, I don't understand where this came from. But I think that this trade deadline's been pretty exciting so far. The Magic fire sale here. Now, the Magic aren't going to be good this season, probably. But they still can be a pretty competitive team, I think, with the pieces that they've got. I think Terence Ross is probably gone. It's just a matter of where. So, yeah, that it's just a matter of where, in my opinion, for them. But I'm hoping some trades happen here because the trade deadline is kind of, yeah, it's kind of took a drop off. So yeah, hopefully the stream's working pretty good. It looks like it's working good right now. So yeah, let's go ahead and, I mean, what teams are going to make some moves? That is a great question. What teams are going to make some moves here? Now, some teams that are very interesting here are obviously the Bulls. Other teams are like the Pistons. What are they going to do? I think that they probably will end up trading Mason Plumlee. So that's a trade that could happen. You've got the Mavericks. They're an interesting team here. Could they be a destination for Oladipo here, even though it doesn't look like he's going to re-sign anywhere but Miami? So, yeah, we've got about 30 minutes till the trade deadline here. Interested to see what happens. Yeah, just kind of waiting for stuff to happen here. The Rockets are another interesting team here. What are they going to do with Oladipo? Does a team want to take on that John Wall contract? Does a team want to take on that Eric Gordon contract? I don't think that they would. If I was a GM, I sure wouldn't. That is a crazy contract to take on. So, yeah. So the Warriors are another interesting team here. Could they possibly trade Kelly Oubre Jr., or are they just going to keep with what they've got? Pacers are another interesting team. I don't think they'll get a blown away offer for Miles Turner, even though I'd love to see Miles Turner on my favorite team, the Hornets. I doubt that will happen. Lakers are another interesting team to watch. Clippers as well. Both of those teams have been interested in Kyle Lowry over the last few days. Memphis looks like they're going to be pretty silent. Heat are another interesting team. Like I said, I would not give up Hero I'd not give up Hero if I was them for Lowry. So yeah, we're just waiting for trades to happen right now. So yeah, hopefully some trades will happen. Oh man, Matt Thomas is the biggest trade name right now. SMH. Alrighty. So what? Oh, okay. We do have some trade news here. We do have some trade news. As soon as I was talking about it, we have some trade news. Clippers and Hawks to swap Rajon Rondo and Lou Williams. Williams for Rondo. I don't know how I feel about this because I think it makes sense for the Hawks. You get a player with playoff experience, but they need a sixth man, so it makes a ton of sense for the Hawks if we're being honest. But for the Clippers, giving up Lou Williams seems a little crazy here. I thought they were going to give up like Patrick Patterson or Luke Kennard. Are they trying to give Luke Kennard some more minutes here? This is very interesting here. I think it makes a lot more sense for Atlanta. For Atlanta, I'll give it a C. For the Clippers, I'll give it a D. I don't think this is a huge move, but I think it can be a bigger move in the playoffs, especially for both sides if they can make it to the playoffs, which it looks like will happen for both teams. So very interesting here. So yeah, we got a trade. We have got a trade here. I'm a little surprised. Didn't Lou Williams say that he would retire if he was traded anywhere but the Clippers? So maybe that's true. Who knows? But like I said, for the Hawks, I think it makes a lot of sense. Here you get your sixth man. Makes quite a bit of sense here. So yeah, let's hope some of the bigger trades happen because, oh my, when Rajon Rondo and Lou Williams is what's going on right now, it's a little crazy. So yeah, okay. So that's the trade as of right now. There might be some picks in there. I doubt it. It looks like it's just going to be a straight 1-for-1 swap there. So yeah. Yeah, that's the news as of right now. I think that's just in. Yeah, that was just in a couple minutes ago. So yeah. So the latest rumors are, Clippers are interested in Lowry. I just want something to happen. My gosh. We've got another. Okay. The Raptors remain seriously engaged with the Heat and the Lakers, having been offered package by Duncan Robinson or Dennis Schroeder and Kentavious Caldwell-Pope. Toronto is pushing for the inclusion of Tyler Hero or Talen Horton-Tucker. Yeah, the Heat aren't giving up Tyler Hero. If they were not going to give up Tyler Hero for James Harden, then that's simply not going to happen here. So who gets a trade done here? I think that it might be the Lakers. I think it might be the Lakers. The Knicks have remained engaged with the Pelicans today about a possible Lonzo Ball trade. New York is also receiving trade offers on center Mitchell Robinson. Okay. As of earlier this afternoon, the Suns weren't close to making any deals. Okay. And the Nuggets are likely done, so that kind of rules them out of the idea of that. So here's the thing here. I think that the Knicks are a landing spot for either Victor Oladipo or Lonzo Ball. It's just a matter of which here. I think Obi Toppin is a valuable asset to both teams, but I think he's more of a valuable asset to a team to definitely. He's not a valuable asset to the Pelicans. He's not. He is more of a valuable asset to a team like the Rockets, a rebuilding team. he is not an asset to the Pelicans, who already have Zion Williamson at that 4 position. So Mitchell Robinson, I think, is the play that might be included in this trade for Lonzo Ball. So I would be interested to see that. Now, I don't know that, here for Lonzo Ball, I think that the Bulls are still the best option here, if I'm being honest. So Kyle Lowry is the future, is the focus around the NBA right now. Interesting. The Heat are believed to be Lowry's preferred destination. That's very interesting here because I think that the Raptors, if they do trade Kyle Lowry, I think they're going to try to do what they call right by Kyle Lowry. So they're going to try to trade him to the team he wants. And if the Heat are his preferred favorite, then he's probably going to Miami, if we're being honest. So, yeah, so I think that if you're looking at these two packages here, I think that the Lakers package is more of a we still can compete now package. And then I think the Miami is more towards looking towards the future package. So which package am I doing? If I'm the Raptors here, I really want Montrezl Harrell back in a trade for the Lakers if I'm their GM. I would really like to have a player like a Montrezl Harrell back in a trade here. Dennis Schroeder, Kentavious Caldwell-Pope, Talen Horton-Tucker, even if you get all three of those in like picks, I don't really like that because for LA here, they're going to be in the 25 to 30 range probably unless they have a big blow up when LeBron's out. That's pretty simple there. So, yeah. That's kind of the trade news as of right now. Not a ton to say here. I mean, picks are probably going to be something interesting here. Will Miami be willing to give up picks when they've been so successful in the draft before? We'll have to see there. But yeah, we've still got about 20 minutes here. Maybe we get some last minute deals here. But besides that, I mean, that's kind of going to be it for this stream once the trade deadline's kind of over. So, yeah. Yeah. So, let's go ahead and look at some more rumors because that kind of seems to be a lot of rumors this trade deadline. Dang. But like I said, the Vucevic trade came out of nowhere, so maybe Oladipo, Lowry, those trades will happen because, yeah. So Kyle Lowry to the Clippers is definitely a possibility here from what it's looking like. I'm very interested to see if that does happen. If it doesn't, then I mean it doesn't. But like that would be very interesting. That makes the Clippers like maybe title favorites. I don't know there, but the Clippers, they did choke the 3-1 lead, so that's that. But yeah, so just waiting for some trades here. Hopefully some trades happen. But yeah. So Matt Thomas to the Jazz, like I said, that happened. So that's not very interesting there. Not much to say there. I mean, I wouldn't get really too excited about that if I'm a Jazz fan or Raptors fan. Like, who really cares? So the biggest winner of the trade deadline so far, you might ask, I think it's got to be Chicago. I think getting Vucevic, yes, you gave up quite a bit, but still, like I would still be pretty happy about that if I'm a Bulls fan. I would actually be really happy about that if I'm a Bulls fan. So yeah. Yeah. So that's the biggest trade of the deadline so far. That's pretty obvious that it's the biggest deadline trade so far. But yeah. Just looking to make sure the stream is working here. We're about 34 minutes in here, and we've still got 18 minutes left. Yeah, unless there's some big trades that happen. I don't would say it's not been a boring trade deadline, but it's All right, so Is it a little slow? Is that what's happening here? Maybe I don't know. Okay. So many rumors and just really not that a lot of rumors and the trades just have kind of not been happening for the last few minutes or so. So yeah. Okay, is this working or not? Is this working? Okay. Am I live? Says I'm live, which is good. But once again, what's going on here? Bum, bum, bum. What is going on here? Bum, bum, bum. Alrighty. What's going on? Alright, we're trying to make sure the stream's working here. Hopefully it is. Yeah. Also, if you want to see some dumb takes, 2021 NBA trade deadline predictions went up last night. You can kind of go watch that video and watch this stream at the same time. Multitask there. I'm trying to make sure that this stream is working. Boom, boom, boom. Dun, dun, dun. Okay, let me mute myself real quick. It's working. Okay, now I'm not muted. So yeah. Yeah. All right, so let's go ahead and get back to the trades here. I mean, yeah, still seems to be that. So yeah, let's go ahead and okay. All right. Let's see the trade deadline predictions from yesterday. Think I might react to that here when the trade deadline's over. That'd be pretty exciting. Or at least so far, this is kind of interesting. So, what trades did I predict to happen? Now, I have no clue if this will share sound or not. So, yeah, once we get to that point, just like bear with me because, you know, um, alrighty. Alrighty. Trying to find that video from yesterday. We're gonna react to it once the trade deadline's over. Alright, here. Alright, where's my video from yesterday? Make sure to go watch this video if you haven't watched it yet, by the way. It's from like 19 hours ago. Let's go ahead and look here. Okay. Alright. So. Okay. Still live. Okay. Still live. Okay. Boom. Okay. 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 Alright. Give me 1 second. 1 second here. 1 second here, live stream. Okay. Okay, we are about 40 minutes in here. So, yeah, we're still waiting for some trades here. Yeah. Oh my gosh. Okay. All right, I'm trying to get this video ready to play once the trade deadline is kind of over. So, yeah, usually trade deadline trades can come in as late as 10 minutes later. So, yeah, let's. Alrighty. We're going to try and share screen here. I'm going to be sharing screen here in a minute. So, yeah. All right, let's make sure that everything's. Okay. What is going on here? Oh, never mind. Give me 1 sec. Like I said, I have no clue if you'll be able to hear this, but do know some of my predictions. So. Boom. Hopefully, yeah, this is not one of work. So let's go. I'm gonna go ahead and pull up my trade deadline predictions because clearly the. All right, we'll pull up the video here. Okay, I'm trying to do a lot of things here, so yeah. We're 44 minutes in here for the stream, but trades are kind of dry right now. Kind of dry. But we've still got 9 minutes left here from the trade deadline. We'll see which ones I got right. I don't think I've got a single one right so far, so nice. Let's go ahead and see here. Wrong. Yeah. Yikes. All these were wrong so far. All right. So one thing that we're probably going to talk a little bit about before the deadline is actually buyouts here. The buyout market might be more interesting than usual here for 2021. And that's because LaMarcus Aldridge, JJ Redick, Andre Drummond, all are expected to be bought out here. I was expecting some team to pay JJ Redick's contract, considering it's an expiring 1-year contract. I thought that might happen here, but apparently not. So, yeah. Still trying to pull up that video from yesterday. Yeah, so give me a second. Trying to do a lot of things here. Alright. The stream has actually worked pretty well this time. I'm glad that's worked this time. It's working great for me here, so hopefully it's working just as well for you guys. Okay. Dun, 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 dun. Alrighty, so the video is pulled up here, and I'm getting ready to try to share my screen and attempt for that to work. But as soon as I get started on this video, I'm sure that some trades will happen. Why is this the same trade rumors? Okay. Alright, I'm going to try to do this. Blah, blah, blah. Alright, we're in full screen. Okay. Alright. We're going to try and share screen here in a second. You gonna like pop back up again? Okay. Alright. Yeah, still. Alright, okay. Alright, so no deals done yet, so yeah. Alright. So yeah. Alrighty. Nothing's really happening right now, if we're being honest. It's 5 minutes till the trade deadline, and I'm genuinely curious if anybody's going to get traded at all. So that's interesting. Yeah. Okay. Still trying to. Alright, if the. I'm trying to. Okay. Okay, stay. Alright, I'm literally going to share my screen right now, and this better work, or I'm going to be like kind of triggered. Okay. Why does it just do that? Oh my gosh. Okay. I'm literally trying. Creator mode? Do we like zoom it in? Maybe I don't know. Where's zoom it in? Okay, that doesn't work for YouTube. That's funny. Okay, maybe this is it. Okay. 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 Alrighty. Okay. Please. Please. Okay. Unmute that. Alrighty. I think the video's finally working, which is very good. Now let's try and share my screen. That is going to be interesting. All right, share your screen, Chrome tab, blah, blah, blah. All right. It should be sharing here. Should be sharing. Okay, yeah, it is. It is. Just let me try. Can you see me? Hello? No, that's not what I want. Right there is what I want. Yeah, that's what I want. Okay, so we've got my video up here. We're going to react to it pretty soon. Let's just go ahead and let the trade deadline end, and we'll go and react to that. So I'm just going to leave it in screen sharing mode. Who cares? It's in screen sharing mode, so yeah. Okay. Once again, the trade deadline is just like, it is gone. Oh my gosh. It is like, oh my gosh. It's crazy how, like, just dead the trade line's been in the last, like, hour. So, yeah, we're about an hour here, and so, yeah. You guys that are watching this in the future, you probably already know what happened at the deadline. So, yeah. Like I said, I have no clue if you guys can hear this video, but we'll recap it if you can't. So, that would be pretty sad if you can't. Boom, boom, boom. Okay. Come on, trades, please. All I want is trades. Oh my gosh. Okay. Okay. Let's go ahead and refresh this. Okay, it still says send Powell to the Blazers. 2 second-round picks to Atlanta? Dang, Clippers? Oh, just ruining the future. Alrighty. Boom, boom, boom. Okay, it's 3 o'clock. It's 3 o'clock here. Hopefully I refresh and I see some big trades because we're looking for some big trades here. Like if Oladipo's not traded and Lowry's not traded, like I'm gonna be pretty surprised. But I wouldn't be as surprised if Lowry's not traded. But I'd be a little more surprised if Oladipo's not traded. Okay. Okay. Yeah. None of these predictions are right so far. Hopefully the buyout predictions are right because if not, all my predictions are going to be straight up wrong. I've got it. I've got my predictions pulled up on a separate spreadsheet to make sure that everything's correct there. So yeah. Pelicans hanging on to Lonzo Ball. What? No. That is so ridiculous. Redick to Mavs. What? Hanging on to Lonzo Ball. To the Mavericks. Wow. Lonzo Ball's not getting traded. That's a huge mistake, New Orleans. You should not be competing for the playoffs right now. Terrible idea. Oh, no. You cannot do that. No, 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 no. That is terrible. What a terrible idea here. I cannot understand that. They don't. Lonzo does not even want to be there. And JJ Redick to the Mavericks? Oh my gosh. What else has happened here? Because I'm literally just wanting to see some trades. If Oladipo didn't get traded, I'm going to be crazy. Surprised. Okay. All right. Um. Dun dun dun. Alrighty. Alright. Looking again. Hopefully, we get some news. Alright. I'm going to mute myself real quick. Yeah, let me find out what's going on. Alright, I'm really looking for the news here. Hopefully we find something here. Okay. I'm gonna mute again. Be right back. Okay, Terence Davis to Sacramento. No sense there. Why is Toronto doing that? He's a young guard. That makes no sense. Why is Sacramento trading for another guard? I don't know. That makes no sense. I'm still looking for the big trades. Like, I'm still looking for them. I hate to be such a like I'm so disappointed or something, but I just want trades. I just want trades, please. I'm gonna mute again. Give me like a minute to see what's going on with the news here, and I'll be back. Brad Wanamaker to the Hornets. So that's not a big deal at all. But Brad Wanamaker to the Hornets. Okay. So, yeah, we are officially an hour through this stream here. And I still have not seen anything. Like, oh, crap. I thought the stream just, like, took a dump and I was going to be so mad. So mad. Is that it? Is that it? Hawks will keep John Collins. Okay. Okay. That kind of was expected. I didn't project John Collins to be traded, so that's okay there. Come on. I want some trades. Oh. Okay. Is it done? Is it done here? Is that kind of it? That kind of it. Are we gonna see some trades here? All right, like I said, we're gonna watch this video, and that's gonna be probably the end of this stream. Hope you guys enjoyed the stream. Maybe you're watching this later or now. Literally just want to know some news. Hawks will keep John Collins. That's what I'm seeing right now. That's what I'm seeing. Like I said, I'm really trying to find out some trades here because, like, dang, like I don't know what's going on. Are GMs asleep on the wheel or what? I'm gonna like mute real quick and I'll be right back. Yeah. It'd help if I wasn't muted, wouldn't it? I would say so. Alright. I'm gonna keep on looking for some trades and stuff. And yeah, we're gonna see what news we have. I'm gonna recap it all here in a few minutes. And I'm gonna watch and we're gonna react to this video together. And that's gonna be the end of the stream. I'm still just seeing Brad Wanamaker to the Hornets. That's kind of all I'm seeing right now. Pretty disappointing that that's the only move that the Hornets have made so far this deadline. Big news. Houston is trading Victor Oladipo to Miami. Raptors are keeping Kyle Lowry from what I'm seeing. So Raptors are keeping Kyle Lowry, and we've got Houston is trading Oladipo to Miami. So what are the Rockets getting back? That's a great question you might ask. Well, I don't completely know right now, but I do know Oladipo is going to Miami, which is where he wants to be. So it clearly means that there was some mutual interest there between those two, which is kind of interesting. Which kind of means to me maybe that Tyler Hero could be included in that trade. I don't know though. So yeah, Oladipo to the Heat, big deal there, big deal. So for the Heat here, you are looking at you're looking at like Duncan Robinson, Tyler Hero, Oladipo, all of that shooting guard position. I think Oladipo will be moved to point guard though, so that's interesting there. But yeah, um, yeah. Um, all right, all right. Okay, is it letting me send them in the chat? Okay, please let me send them in the chat. All right, here's the links to my trade deadline predictions from yesterday. Go ahead, look for that. Um, anyways, um, yeah. So Oladipo to Miami. I don't know exactly what they're giving back here, but I wouldn't assume that much. I mean, I would assume like a pick or two, and like that'd kind of be it. So pretty busy trade deadline here. Pretty exciting trade deadline, if I'm being honest, especially now that Oladipo's in Miami. So that's kind of the ideal. He might as well have just pretty much packed his bags from the state of Texas when he got there. All right. So Oladipo is a really good player on offense and defense. There's not much to say here. Let's go ahead get into my reaction of my 2021 trade deadline predictions. Now that it's over, let's go ahead and get into it. That looks to be it. That kind of seems to be it. So let's go ahead and react to them. No clue if you can hear this. So yeah, let's go get into my 2021 NBA trade. But here it is. Deadline prediction. But let's go ahead and start off with some buyout plays. I definitely think LaMarcus Aldridge. Yeah, LaMarcus Aldridge. He didn't get traded. I think their contract's gonna get bought out, and Andre Drummond. Okay. Okay, pretty solid. Pretty solid. Neither player got traded. And I think it's going to be between the Nets and the Lakers. I think this is going to be. I think it's going to be. I think if he's going to take a contract buyout and forfeit some of that money, then he is definitely going to go to a contender. And I think this one's just to chase the ring. And he's going to go to the Brooklyn Nets, which is the big move for the Brooklyn Nets because the Brooklyn Nets need a center. Yes, Nicholas Claxton's been playing very well, but they still do need a center. And Andre Drummond would fit very well to this team. So, yeah. Okay. The other buyout players, Marcus Aldridge. Yeah, we're not reacting to that just for the simple reason I got none of them right. Like, what's the point of reacting to them? Like I said, I put them in the chat. You can go ahead and you can go ahead and go watch those. I put it in there like 5 times. So, yeah. All right. So, yeah. That's going to be the end of this stream here. We've talked about the trade deadline here. Oh, okay, great. Okay, it just stopped. Okay. So we've talked about the trade deadline. Let me go and look one more time. Make sure no trades have happened. Okay, the Rockets just got robbed. Kelly Olynyk, Avery Bradley, and a 2022 draft pick swap. No way. That is a robbing. Yeah, that's a robbing. They just robbed the Rockets again. So the Harden trade now is turned into, what is it, like 8 or 9 first round picks, and Kelly Olynyk and Avery Bradley. So that's gonna be the end of this stream. We've been live for about an hour and 12 minutes. If you guys want to see more streams like this, maybe we watch NBA games together or whatever, make sure you smash that like button, subscribe, and turn on notifications, because I might do more of these. You never know. We might do like watch along games or whatever they call them. So that could be pretty fun there. But yeah, hope you guys enjoyed this stream. Like I said, like, subscribe, turn on notifications. Thank you for watching if you watched it live or if you're watching it later. Appreciate it. Yeah, subscribe, turn on notifications, leave a like. Yeah, that's going to be the end of this stream. Peace out. Hope you enjoyed.